Hey, Mystical Wolf Soul Tribe. So the message I am getting here that I really want to share with you something that came through just before I fell asleep. If I'm not mistaken, was 2 days ago. So Spirit is nudging me here to pull up some cards here for the collective of the message. So it's that time between space, right, where you are beginning to fall asleep, but your mind's eye is still open, and Spirit really often speaks there, right? So it was in that moment I was shown the inside of a house, a big family, all right, with there's adults, there's children, different ages, but the energy inside the home was seriously chaotic. People shouting over each other, arguing everywhere, emotions everywhere. It felt like everyone was talking, but no one was really hearing each other. Then the vision literally zoomed in on one woman where she was bent over at the hips, right? Like she was crying and screaming, like shouting and screaming, shouting kind of thing, like an anger with tears running down her face, all right? Releasing like years of pain, all right? It felt like something had finally reached like a breaking point, all right? And yeah, perhaps it's anger, all right? But really deep emotional exhaustion. And as it shifted, there was music that started playing in the background, all right? And it's so weird, like we've got this fan aircon where you can put ice in it and it like drips to make it cool. So we just had the cool fan running, all right? And for some reason, if I lie in a certain way, I hear music playing, all right? And the song that was coming really through is like an old boys band song, probably like from Backstreet Boys or something like that. Um, I kept on hearing with the song, it was not very clear. I can't remember everything, so I don't want to get up and write, all right? But it was something along the line that really stood out to me the next day and even today is the words, "Can you see me now? Why can't you see me?" And then it like shifts more to that alternative rock. Remember that alternative rock music like in the 2000s, all right? When Green Day and Simple Plan was quite popular. And it's again, I think the song, I'm not mistaken, was Perfect from Simple Plan. I can't remember fully. I tried looking, but also along the same kind of words, like someone is trying to be seen, all right? And then when I sat after the next day, or today actually, with the cards um, to deepen the message. So I sat a little bit with it, all right, and I wrote some notes down. And again, I sat now again today with it while we're in quiet here. And the first card that came out is Wild Woman. All right, it's difficult to see here with the glare because I've got a light on. Okay, there we go. Now we can see clearly. All right, so Wild Woman, number 62 on the card, all right, which breaks down to 8. So the energy does speak about the untamed truth of the feminine spirit, all right? The part of us that refuses to stay silent anymore, all right? The women don't want to stay silent anymore, and the wild woman is coming out. So it doesn't matter if you're male or female, if you're drawn to this message, there's a message here for you, okay? It's just that feminine energy that's coming out. So the wild woman, she doesn't scream because she wants chaos, okay? She screams because her truth has been suppressed for so long. It's like an ADHD person that was misdiagnosed so many years, or trying to, like, it's just emotions or masking, all right? Or perhaps whatever the situation is, all right? Perhaps it's abuse, whatever it is, okay? Where your truth has been suppressed for so long. And Spirit is saying some people right now are really reaching a point where their soul simply cannot keep pretending everything is okay anymore. Yeah, Spirit is saying some people, yeah. All right, let's dive deeper. Sacred Heart. So on this card is passion, love, and spiritual communication. So this really does tell me the deeper reason behind the conflict. It isn't actually hatred or anger, all right? Underneath it all is a heart that still wants connection, all right? A heart that wants to be understood. You know, sometimes the loudest emotional reactions come from the place that still cares the most. All right. Why do you keep constantly fighting with a specific person? All right. Is because you still care. All right. Just using an example. That card has got a number 12 on it, which could be a significant number for someone. Perhaps it was the 12th of March could have been significant, or a 12th of a month could be significant. Also, it breaks down to a number 3. We are in the month of March as well. So again, any of those numbers could be significant. Also 62, perhaps even the number 8 could be significant. All right. And the blues have really been standing out as well. Let me know if you've been connecting really with the color blue lately. Again, the blue is really the color of healing and your voice, communication, truth. Now, here we have the dream. The dream is saying here, something is revealed. Insight, breakthrough. So that vision that I had may actually be that Spirit wants me to talk about, maybe showing the collective a breakthrough moment. There's a breakthrough moment that you as a collective, you that are watching this video that's still here, number 7, I just saw number 7 on the timer, something that has been hidden emotionally, perhaps it is in family, relationships, or even outside themselves that is starting to surface. Perhaps it's like, that generational curses, right? Things that run through the family, perhaps through the woman, all right? The masculines as well. All right, here we have, okay. Yeah, and what I'm getting here is also the breakthrough really comes quietly. They often do come through tears, truth, and emotional releases. Let me know if any of you had a moment recently or when this found you where some tears you had to cry to release. All right, tears is releasing, where a truth had to come out, or in some sort of emotional release. Let me know. But here we do have the yin and the yang. Oh, and this is number 4. All right, 4 is again about stability, protection, divine guidance towards your stability in your foundation. Here's the yin and the yang, creating harmony through balance, it says. Again, a number 40 here. 40 could be a significant number. Perhaps a number 4. Perhaps double 4s could be significant to you. Perhaps let me know in the comments if you've been seeing any of these synchronicities. Synchronicities really have been coming out. This is duality, the yin and the yang, all right? Creating harmony through balance. So here, Spirit is really reminding us that every story has 2 sides, okay? Every conflict carries both the light and the shadow, right? A masculine and a female, the feminine energy, logic and the emotion, right? We all carry those energies. Healing also does come from when both sides are finally willing to see the other instead of fighting to be right, all right? Instead of the one wanting to win the conversation, all right? There needs to be balance where both are being heard. All right, here we have a perception here. It says beyond the veil of illusion, number 39. So the age 39 could be also significant. This is also breaking down to 11, which is a new beginning kind of thing, a spiritual awakening number as well. And this is quite powerful because here Spirit is really coming through to saying that what people think is the problem. Okay, how can I put it? What people think the problem is may not actually be the real problem, okay? So where arguments may look like they are just about words, situations, or past mistakes, but underneath, there may just be years of feeling invisible, feeling misunderstood, all right? feeling emotional rejection, all right? I heard in a podcast that some people have emotions or the feeling like of rejection, the feeling of like 200,000 or something to that effect, paper cuts. All right, it's serious stuff. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the comments, beautiful souls. And look on the card here: throat chakra, third eye. Butterflies really could also be significant. Third eye opening. Your throat chakra is the opening and healing. Transformation. Here's reflection. All right, reflection is number 13. 13 could be a significant number. Yesterday also was the 13th. 13th of March could be really significant. So any of these signs, perhaps the number 13 in general. 13 is also the like death and rebirth card, right? It's that transformation energy, right? Scorpio energy. So the energy that I am getting here, look at this green, right? It's almost like a mirror being held up for everybody involved, all right? Where maybe we've been misunderstood. Maybe we misunderstood someone, okay? Maybe we assumed instead of listening, all right? Perhaps it's our own emotions that's happening inside. Perhaps we have been projected on our own pain, all right? Maybe we have been projecting our own pain onto another person, all right? Perhaps it's been happening to you, right? Reverse the roles. Sometimes the person we think is attacking us is actually asking also to maybe be understood, all right? Yeah, so let's dive deeper. This is quite interesting energy. And, 13 also breaks down to 4. So already we have triple 4 happening here on the table. God, Moonlight Goddess, and number 2. Here's number 2 coming through balance. So this is that energy. It says here, repressed emotions, healing and reflection. Repressed emotions, healing and reflection. So here I'm hearing that your angels are with you and you are divinely guided. And moon energy always brings hidden feelings to the surface. All right. So anything that you've been pushing down, things that we've been pushing down, things that we didn't want to face. Like this time period is like, if this message found you and it's aligning with you right now, Spirit is just saying that the emotional release in that vision, right? The emotional release that you have, it's not weakness, all right? When I saw that woman bending down at the hips, screaming like loud, all right? The tears running down her face, it's not weakness, all right? It's a clearing, all right? When emotions are finally expressed, that's when healing can really begin, all right? It's facing the emotions that are happening with inside. Now, next we do have loss. This is the loss card, and it says grief, sadness, surrender. So this card's number is number 20, sorry. So it breaks down to 2. So 2s, 20s, it could be a really significant number. Perhaps the 2nd of March could be significant. Perhaps the 20th of March is going to be significant. Remember also, depending on when this is finding you, today is the 14th of March. In a few days' time, the 20th of March, Mercury in Pisces will be going direct. Okay, so sometimes as well, where this message that's coming through that's deep is, before relationships transform, something old has to die, all right? Whether it's an old pattern, an old wound, an old version of ourselves. Grief may come first, right? Perhaps it was anger, then it's grief, then it's sadness, all those emotions that really like come surfacing up to the surface. But the card also carries the word resurrection, all right? So which means that something new can arise from the ashes. It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes, right? So when we put the vision and the cards and everything together, this message, what Spirit is giving is this, all right? That there are people right now who feel invisible inside their own families and in their relationships. All right, people, there's some of you that are probably feeling invisible. Perhaps it's somebody you know that just might be feeling invisible. Their soul has been whispering for a long time. Perhaps it's you that your soul has been whispering for a long time, but now I'm hearing that the truth wants to come out. The cry of, can you see me now? Screaming, can you see me now? It's like, really, like the soul's asking for recognition, not perfectionism, all right? Not to be perfect, not for control, but just for understanding. Perhaps you are rediscovering yourself and you've realized that maybe you've watched some videos that you were drawn to, that, you know, you always wondered about yourself. Why do you feel different? Why do you sometimes speak out of place? Or you could be a truth speaker, or whatever the case is for you, right? And you've found a video, right, and it aligns with you. Now you want to get evaluated for ADHD, kind of example, all right? So what Spirit is really saying is, when the truth finally comes out, it might just look so totally messy at first, whatever this is, okay? And that mess is often when the beginning of healing takes place. Because once something is finally seen, okay, it cannot be unseen. So what happens then? It can finally be healed. So beautiful souls, let me know in the comments how this message resonated with you, if it helped you in any sort of way. And yeah, this message really didn't find you today. If you're still here, it isn't random, right? The Spirit has a way of guiding the right souls at the exact moment when they're ready to see the truth, all right? When their soul needs to hear something. So perhaps if you, oh, throat chakra. So if you felt this in your heart, that is like your soul really recognizing the message. So yeah, perhaps you can put a wolf emoji in the comments. Let me know that you made it to the end and that you are part of the Wolf Soul Tribe, and that you have become a subscriber here. So remember, subscribing to the channel is for free. It costs you nothing. And sometimes, you know, the moment you finally feel seen is the moment your life begins to change. If you feel called to share your story in the comments, go ahead. I really do enjoy your stories, and you know what? Sometimes it just might happen to help another soul. I am sending you so much love and light, and yeah, perhaps if this message resonated with your soul, just trust that you were meant to hear it today, okay? Because the moment truth is spoken, all right, illusions begin to break, and the moment that someone is truly seen again, healing begins. I don't know why I'm repeating in a different version, but perhaps I'm meant to for you. Sending you so much love and light. I just saw the number 13 and I saw the number 18. Between the 13th and the 18th, it really could be a significant time period for you. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll check you around in the next one.